Hi, welcome to video 3, challenge number 3. You'll see this one is return the next number from the integer past. Create a function that takes a number as an argument, increments the number by 1, and returns the result. So you can see if you call this method, they're giving us addition with the parameter of 0, should return 1. If you pass it 9, you get 10. Pretty clear. So if you go into code, we got the usual, they give us the skeleton framework, and we just have to fill in the logic for the addition method. There was an addition challenge for the last video, so you are aware that the plus sign is the operator for performing addition. So what readily comes to mind, probably for you. I should say, at this point or soon, you're going to want to pause the videos and think about these for yourself, and then make sure you come up with something that works. If you get stuck, don't bang your head too much, just play it and think about it, internalize it. But anyway, the straightforward thing to do would be to do something like num plus 1. And that's going to work out nicely for you. Yep, happy. Okay. Just know in C# you have a couple shorthand ways of doing this as well. So instead of taking that num plus 1, you can also increment and decrement values by 1 with a special operator, the double plus. In the prefix version, where the pluses precede the variable name, you get the addition to happen immediately. There's another version where the pluses go on the end, postfix style, and this performs the increment after this line is executed. So a lot of times the difference isn't important, but you'll see in this case it is. With the prefix style, if we run this, no problem. The num variable's value is incremented first and then returned. But if we do this again and go at the end, you might be in for an unpleasant surprise. Failed. And then look at the console to see what kind of information they give us. With an input of 2, we failed. They expected to see the number 3, which is reasonable, but they got the answer 2. And that might confuse you at first. You're looking at this, you see you're incrementing it. But if you remember what I said about the postfix, it's performing the increment after this line is executed. So it's actually returning num, and then the function's done. If it hadn't ended here, the value would have been incremented for any logic on later lines. But in this case, it was a return, and it returned before doing that. And so the test catch that, and it failed. So yeah, that's something to be aware of with the prefix and postfix style. I always, if I can, I opt for the prefix style. I think there are cases where it can be more efficient too, where with the postfix style, I think sometimes a copy has to be made. So I usually go for the prefix style first, if I can. Sometimes you'll be doing, well, a lot of times you'll be doing more complicated operations with lots of mathematical operations going on at the same time, where maybe it's more convenient for you to use the postfix. That's fine. Just know that there's a difference between the two. And I think that should wrap it up for this one. Thanks again for watching.